Hello, welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing well. This is the first video of 2023. I hope you all are enjoying it so far. Last week kicked my butt. It was not a good start, but things are looking up with this trailer dropping. Hopefully. We're watching the new Ant-Man trailer. It debuted, I think, during some football game. I don't watch that, sorry. It is now officially up. It's been up for 10 minutes, so we're reacting to it. You can see I've already watched the first one. It was like, okay. I hope this one could do more. I would love to see more Kang. I love me my Jonathan Majors. This is gonna be a long. You're an interesting man. Oh, her haircut's still shit.
You have a daughter.
Oh, yes.
But you've lost a lot of time.
Oh, she's a bad girl.
We can help each other with that.
Ooh, interesting bargaining.
Who are you? I'm the man who can give you the one thing you want. What's that? Time.
Ooh, fun logo.
He can rewrite existence and shatter timelines.
Have you seen him do it? Oh.
You cannot trust him.
I don't care who this guy is.
Oh, there's MODOK! Ew.
He can give us a second chance.
Ant-Man's gonna make it out of this, right?
Let me make this easy for you. You will bring me.
Those are all the Ant-Mans.
Or everything you call life will end.
Witness the beginning of a new dynasty. The Kang dynasty.
You may not want her to watch this. We had a deal.
Oh, I want to see him fight. Let's go. Oh, MODOK.
You thought you could win.
Ooh.
I don't have to win. We both just have to lose.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry,
Ooh.
Cassie.
Ooh. Okay, this was definitely more dramatic and there was more action and I get a sense of what's going on. So that's a good improvement on the original trailer. And we didn't have to see a lot of like the CGI background. It was mostly, well, there was like CGI shots obviously with like the many Ant-Men, but we were focusing more on the smaller scenes and sort of Ant-Man's goals and Kang's goals. So I appreciate that. I couldn't really hear them. They were mumbling a touch. I don't know if you guys could hear it. So I'm glad that as I'm going over this again, I'm gonna have subtitles. It's like 10:40 almost. I gotta go to bed soon because I need to sleep. How is he interesting? He's always just been the funny one. You're an Avenger. And so I think he's becoming Giant Man in the quantum realm. That should be interesting because I don't know how that works. A little baby Kaz and how that's not the current actress at all now. There's a few Avengers with kids now. So, you know, you're not the first Avenger to have a daughter. I'm assuming she got in trouble because she seems to be, like, she has, like, this world peace sort of shirt. So I wonder if she did, like, some activist thing. Like, it's not, like, petty theft. Like, she's a smart kid. She knows how to do quantum stuff. She's working with her dad and Hank to, like, send a satellite signal into the quantum realm. So I'm hoping it's not something stupid. We'll see. Like, I don't want her to just be angsty teen. I want her to have, like, passions and rationale instead of just being, like, the, oh, no, my dad. Oh, I'm so disconnected from him. He's whatever. But then once he's in danger, it's like, oh, my God, no, I love you. We've seen that before. You've lost a lot of time, like me. Are they gonna reference Kang having a family, maybe? Is that the pull? I don't know what he means by he's lost time. Like, was he cast into the quantum realm and couldn't escape? Because the quantum realm has, like, a different time frequency or whatever. I don't know how to explain it. One day in the quantum realm does not equate one day in regular time. world on Earth, from what I understand. As seen in, I believe, Endgame, when Ant-Man returns from the quantum realm to discover the blip happened. I don't know if it was like 5 days for him or a couple months or seconds. I don't remember what he said exactly. I might have to rewatch Endgame. That movie will be hard to watch again, but maybe I can do it. So we can help each other gain time back. How can Kang do that? I actually don't know Kang's powers. And I don't know how MODOK is involved, because MODOK helped create AIM. So maybe this is pre-AIM? Like all the tech and the soldiers and the like ideas are like pre-AIM. Let me look up Kang the Conqueror powers. And yeah, they might deviate from the powers. We'll see. He has no superhuman abilities, but is an extraordinary genius, an expert historical scholar, and a master physicist. Specializing in time travel, he's an engineer and a technician. This would have been really interesting for Tony to have met him, to like see how the two different characters diverge, but you know, whatever. He's gone now. He uses tech. So those blasters that he had are sort of like related or not related. They're possibly inspired or synonymous with Iron Man's, like photon blasts. They could be like sonar. I don't know. Who are you? I'm a man who can give you the one thing you want. It's interesting that his eyes stay blue when his mask comes off, but then in this next shot, they're no longer blue. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know if like he has special contacts that can activate the shield. I don't know how it works. He's usually just blue in the comics, but they made it into a thing. Also, we've played with time travel to an extent with Endgame. And the way they explained it and dealt with it was like, Time travel stories are always complicated to do and to pull off. I don't know. I mean, it's more just like a dangling carrot for Scott to take the bite out of, to be led into a trap so that Kang gets what he really wants. But he still is going to have to show the time travel elements. And I wonder if the time traveling elements will relate to Fantastic Four then appearing. I don't know. Also, I've heard recently that Adam Driver was in the running to play, I believe, Mr. Fantastic. Reed. I forget his first name. Is it Christopher Reed? Or is that an actual guy? I can't remember. I'm thinking of like Christopher Reeves or Matt Reeves. God, I'm just getting all my names confused. Sorry. Fantastic Four are on the horizon. That's all you need to know. I'm curious how he built all of this. Again, he's just a smart guy. I don't know how MODOK got here. I don't know. Let me look up MODOK. Marvel MODOK powers. MODOK. Not MODOK. Excuse me. He's pretty much like a tech guy. His headband that he wears enables him to focus his mental power into devastating energy beams. He has psychic abilities, enabling him to contact others through telepathy, mentally controlling individuals or large groups, and generate force fields strong enough to withstand minor nuclear explosions. Neat. And he's usually like super uggo and creepy in the comics. Not that handsome. And I'm curious how they're going to bring that to life here. Also, I'm not sure if MODOK and Kang the Conqueror have met in the comics. Marvel being Marvel, they probably did cross paths in the comics, at least at one point, but I don't know if this is coming from a specific storyline that someone knows about out there. Let me know if you know it. Rewriting existence is dangerous, and shattering timelines is also dangerous. This is weird. It's almost like they were born from each other. I don't know how that's gonna work. He's a weird like indent, almost like Iron Man on his chest. Don't know what that's about. You cannot trust him. What is she hoping for? Is she hoping to get time back with her parents? Is that why she's also maybe leaning into it? Because she lost her mom, obviously. She had almost an estrangement with her dad for the first movie. So she might also be interested in the deal as well. I feel bad because there seems to be too many characters in this movie. Obviously, we're focusing on Cass, we're focusing on Scott, and we're focusing on Kang. Janet, Hope, and Hank are just gonna kind of get left in the dust. I don't want that to happen, but I can see that easily happening, sadly. And I want more for the Wasp, because she's really iconic in the comics, even though that is typically Janet Van Dyne. We have Hope. I want to use Hope. Not with this haircut, though. Please go back to the bob. It was beautiful. Fuck it, I'll take the ponytail. Just not this. And see, there she is, and I believe... I keep blanking on her name. It's not Stratum. Cassie Lang alias. It's Stature. Okay. She's either Stinger, which I guess is a Wasp reference, Stature when she's like the Ant-Man path, or she's Giant Girl, or she's Ant Girl. So I'm assuming they're going to go by Stature here. And you can see MODOK in the back. There's just like nobodies. Why do they need masks and why do they not? I don't know. I also don't know who plays MODOK. Who is that? I just feel bad because it's just like an awkwardly stretched face. He looks pretty comics accurate, I will say. Ant-Man 3 cast. So Bill Murray is playing Krylar. You didn't see him in this one, that's fine. Humanoid. That's Tony McCarthy. I don't think we've seen him. Nick Fury might show up. Jimmy Woo might show up. Oh, William Jackson Harper. Wasn't he in The Good Place? I really liked him. He's playing Quaz. Hannah John Kamen played Ghost. I don't know why she would show up. That'd be interesting. Maybe it's like we're doing time travel stuff, so they could be involved. Walton Goggins, wasn't he important? Corey Stoll is here again. Bobby Cannavale. So I'm assuming they're coming back to play cameos in the time traveling element. It does not say who's playing Modoc. Is that Walter? I don't think so. Is that Tony? Who's the humanoid? I don't know who the humanoid is. Who is voicing? Patton Oswalt is voicing Modoc. And he apparently voiced him on the Hulu comedic one-season show that I heard was kind of shitty. Okay. So I guess that's Patton Oswalt? I just lost so much. I don't care who this guy is. I've lost so much. I understand where Scott's coming from, but he's being a little too risky and a little too selfish. Though, you know, he's kind of like this wild card Avenger. He was an ex-con. He's a divorcee. I mean, he's in a relationship, I believe, with Wasp. I believe they're still dating. I don't know. Maybe this is the movie where Scott Lang has to step up and be more of the rational, responsible one. This movie's giving up vibes like he's gonna die, which I don't like. I don't want him to die. I really like Paul Rudd as the actor. As Scott Lang, I'd like to keep him around. I loved this girl actress in the first movie. She was just so endearing, so charming. He's like shushing her because apparently, I think trying to soothe her to like be like, it's gonna be okay. I've made this decision. We're gonna be happy. But then he's gonna realize, this isn't my life. This isn't what Cassie wanted. I'm being selfish, blah, blah, blah. I have to fix this, blah, blah, blah. Who is this? What are those? Is it just Quantum Realm being weird? I can't tell if that's Ant-Man or if that's Kang. I'm assuming that's Ant-Man. I don't know what he's doing. That looks very multiverse when everything gets kind of wonky. Or like when Doctor Strange in the first movie was going through like the dimensions and realities. Here they are on the Stingray. This water effect is weird. I know it's the quantum realm, so it doesn't really make sense. But it still looks weird. That's it. They're trying to do Avatar stuff, and I'm just like, Avatar Way of Water did it better, and so did the initial Avatar, so I don't want to see it here. Also, this looks terribly CG, and I don't like it, so go away. So many Ant-Man. I'm curious, like, this must be the device that we saw in the first trailer that's, like, gold and that Kang is like meddling with. So he must have shrunk down, but something in the machine is like causing him to like split apart, but he still has to deactivate it. And I believe if it's not just like a cut shot, the Wasp is in here as well and does help get one of these Scotts out of here. Is it the original? I don't know. You will bring me what I need. Okay, maybe. Okay, so he's going on a fetch quest to do Kang a favor so that he also gets done a favor. At least Cass has a ponytail. I don't know what this emotion is. Like, is she waiting for him to come out? Is she deciding whether she needs to go in? I don't know. I hope... Do I want Hank Pym to die? No, because I really like the actor as well. I love all these actors a lot. So I don't want any of them to die, but I feel like there needs to be a sort of stakes. I do not want it to be Michelle Pfeiffer. I feel like her in the MCU can still be fun and cool. I don't know. I know they're working towards Young Avengers shit, so, you know. This looks very Wakandan with the writing and, like, the sleekness. I know it's more shiny, and this is, like, a brighter, saturated blue, maybe, but, like, I don't know. I'm getting weird vibes. It's also... I don't know how he's amassed this army. Has he just been making crazy promises to people all this time, and then they become loyal? Is he, like, using Modoc's mind control ability? I'm not entirely sure what's going on. And what's going on here? This looks like where Michelle Pfeiffer maybe hung out before she was rescued from the quantum realm. And there's Scott and Cass. I don't know why they're holding on to each other, but clearly they're distressed and upset, but I don't know what they're seeing, unless they're just watching Scott get his butt kicked by Kang and not intervening, which is dumb. Intervene. I know you're not in your prime, but do something. And then Cassie's blaming herself because she's like, I've been a bad daughter. I should have expected him to want to make this choice because I haven't been there and he hasn't been there. And I mean... I appreciate father-daughter moments in films, but I feel like I'm cautious because this could go really stupid and be really cliche and typical angst and miscommunication. And if they just sat down and talked and went to therapy, everything would be fine. But then this movie wouldn't happen. And she's getting held by these masked guys. She might also be watching Scott getting his butt kicked. Her eyelashes look amazing. I hope to see her be cool. I liked her in Freaky. I don't know what else she's done in her career, but I think she's promising fresh blood, and I think she could be a huge hit, but I don't know, so I hope she's able to bring it for this film. It's very weird to watch him like turn into cords, almost like Mr. Fantastic Spaghetti. But I don't know why he's falling apart. It's a little dark. You may not want her to watch this. We had a deal. Why is no one intervening? Is Wasp intervening at all? It just seems to be Kang versus Scott. And it doesn't make sense as to why. Ooh. That looks like... Oh, I went too far. Excuse me. He looks cool doing all this stuff. It seems like they're going through portals. Like this is Kang's opening of portals. Unless that's something that he's using to help Kang. I'm not sure. Again, these are like a bunch of cut shots. I thought at first this was Kang because of some of the purple and there's like a bit of highlight green. But I believe that's Cassie. Though here she looks almost Black Panther. She looks very Shuri and T'Challa's Black Panther. I hope they're able to distinguish her outfit more in upcoming films. Or just give her an extra highlight to differentiate her so it doesn't look like she's in like a black cat suit. Because like the red is pretty distinctive for Ant-Man, the yellow for Wasp. I don't know, maybe she could, I would say blue, but that's Fantastic Four coloring is black and blue with a little bit of white sometimes. So it depends. I'm curious how they're going to explain quantum realm, like existence, civilization. I know it's just like things are small, they get big. So like it's not unsurprising there's life here, but like were there like colonies born and created in the quantum realm, or did people find themselves falling into the quantum realm and then just settling? Like I don't understand. And there's MODOK, but he seems to have coverings on. That's still basically what he looks like. I appreciate the angry eyes. I wonder if they'll be expressive, like we see with Deadpool and Spider-Man, or if they're just gonna be solid the whole time. I'm assuming they're just gonna be solid because it's like gold plating. But I appreciate the angry teeth. That's kind of funny. Ooh, your arm came off. Jonathan Majors is going to be in the next Creed movie, and I didn't realize how built he is. I'm excited to see him fight because he can definitely kick Scott Lang's butt. Just Jonathan Majors himself, I know, could rip Scott Lang a new one. But this is Kang, so it's like 2 + 2 is dead. Is your thing broken? Why aren't you shrinking and growing? And see, this looks like it's inside the machine again, and Wasp went in to go get him. But like, is that OG Scott? Like, this brings up so many questions. It's like, when they broke off into to begin with, who was the original? Like, is this like the 54th? Is this the 512th? Like, we don't know if this is like the Scott Lang that came in. There's just a lot of questions. Oh, you have your helmet on, but his arm's ripped off, so... Ooh, look at that leg. Ooh, yeah, curb stop him. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for Jonathan Majors. I think he's talented. Ooh, I love seeing this, too. The inside of the mask. That's a great design detail. Mask comes off. Oh, Scotty, you look exhausted. Ooh, you are covered in blood. I'm excited for this fight. I hope it's good. And I hope that we actually get to see, like, Paul Rudd in these shots, because I think he's, like, 53 now. But I think he could still pull off some of this choreography. I know Jonathan Majors definitely could. I hope there's not too many cuts with this fight. I'm concerned about that as well. What does that mean? And it looks like he's like, we just have to lose. And there's something like sparking right here. So it must be maybe the machine got corrupted. So he's like, I'm going to break this shit so that I won't win and neither will you. But again, Kang still has to find a way to get out of here because it's the beginning of the Dynasty arc of seeing Kang be a badass. I just don't know how it's going to work. It's very trippy to see him surrounded by himself. Also kind of Doctor Strangey. Ooh, his platform's cool. I love how it just naturally sinks into the ground. Like, he doesn't need to take a step. He's just like, hi, I'm here. Great facial expressions. I'm very excited. Again, I'm curious what the blue of his eyes. Like, do you have something like biometric that's charging your tech? I don't know how it works. And also, you could see the scars on his face lighting up. So I wonder if there's something inside of him that he has to contain to a degree. Or if he's getting, like, somehow, like, infected. I don't know. I'm curious. It's interesting to see him, like, light up from within. When, from what I've read, he doesn't have powers. Unless, again, they're changing that to step him up to Thanos level, threat level. I don't know. This logo looks a lot more serious now. It's, like, just sort of, like, silver with some blue hues and black. Again, I'm getting mixed signals because Grace was like, this movie's supposed to be silly. But they're cutting these trailers super serious and good. But we also got tricked with Ant-Man and the Wasp, too. Or just Ant-Man and the Wasp, the sequel to Ant-Man, where those trailers were super good, but Ant-Man and the Wasp was kind of lackluster. So, I don't know. I'm nervous for this, because I don't really know where it's going. I know it needs to set up stuff for Kang and the Fantastic Four. I'm just not seeing how. Also, like, is MODOK gonna follow him, or is he gonna be the villain that dies in this movie because Marvel hates to keep their villains? So someone always has to die. But AIM is really huge in the comics. So it'd feel like a waste to kill MODOK, despite his animated show not doing well. Again, I didn't watch it. I had no interest. I was like, why would they base a whole show off of MODOK? So I didn't watch it. So I also didn't see Patton Oswalt's performance. I don't know how he sounds. Maybe I should watch an episode just to get like a like a gauge on his performance and see if anything from the show is going to be in the movie. I heard the MODOK show was kind of like raunchy. I don't know if it was rated T, but it was like more adult themed. And I don't know if I want that in my MODOK. He's always been kind of goofy, but he's always been like a threat. So I need him to still be a threat. But you can't have him outshine Kang in this movie. So yeah. What did you guys think? I have mixed feelings still. This was still a good trailer, but I'm still cautious about things going forward for Ant-Man. I don't think the movie's gonna do great. I just have a feeling the sequel did not do great. So this could possibly be the end of a Scott Lang-led trilogy, I believe. I don't know. Maybe he'll be featured in whatever Stature does going forward, or if the Wasp becomes like a co-captain of the Avengers. She was the first ever captain of the Avengers in the comics, so it'd be nice to see her level up. Ant-Man was an Avenger in Civil War, and it actually drove that sort of Avenger status, like sort of wedged between him and Hope. So Hope getting upgraded and graduated like him would be great. I know there's a lot of females at the moment in the MCU, and especially going to be on the Avengers, but you know, I think it's sort of awkward if she doesn't at this point. What did you guys think? Let me know down below. Did you have a favorite scene? I loved everything with Jonathan Majors in it. Tell me what you thought down below in the comments. Like and subscribe for more content, and here's hoping that 2023 keeps getting better from here on out. And I hope that your 2023 is going okay too. But anyway, I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.